season right now of Jennifer's Edibles, and I wanted to do a quick series with different people who are serving the community. So, one thing I have found that helps me when I'm struggling with this pandemic is just paying attention to who's helping and who's giving back. And one of the people in my community, Evanston, that I've seen the most from is Jennifer Edibles. So, William, if you can start just by telling us how you guys have been involved in giving back to the community right now.
Okay. What happened was we found out about a week into the pandemic, a couple days in, when nobody really knew what was going on, what the new normal would be. We found out that some of the services were cut off by the city, like the Levy Center bus and the cab vouchers and some other things. And seniors were scared; they were sheltering in place, and they didn't have access to just going to the grocery store, food and things of that nature. So we started out, we said we would feed 5 seniors a day. And we got 18 responses that first day. So we fed 18 seniors. And that was little over about 8.5, maybe almost 9 weeks ago. And since then, we provided about 7,000 meals. It'll be over 7,000 a day. We're currently feeding 200 seniors a day. We have a volunteer fleet of delivery drivers of about 35. When we first got started, we found out that a lot of the seniors also didn't have like basic soap, basic toiletries and groceries and even their medication. So we had a GoFundMe, which was very beneficial to what we were doing because we asked it to raise $21,000, which would feed 100 people for approximately 30 days. And we raised about 30 grand. So after, GoFundMe got their cut, we took the excess and we started working with C&W Market, Clarence and Wendy Weaver, and we started getting out essential baskets in addition to the meals that we were sending. So we get the seniors meals every night between 5 and maybe 6:30. It's things that are on our menu as well as just things that Jennifer comes up with to be creative. Like for Mother's Day, we had spiral ham, mac and cheese, sweet potatoes, and greens. Everything is done from scratch. We sit here, we pick the greens, we peel the potatoes. We put a lot of love into the work, and it goes to show what Jennifer's is really about because that's what she believes she's put here on earth to feed people. We come from a big family, and we don't even know how to cook in small portions.
Yeah, and if people are interested to see what the seniors are eating, sometimes there's pictures that you're posting on the website. I know I see a lot of people trying to slide in and pretend like they're seniors because of pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it's been interesting because a lot of the folks that a lot of the seniors being born and raised here in Evanston, I know a lot of people that are on the list. And it's been very fulfilling with the response that we've been getting. It's been kind of overwhelming in response, not just from the seniors, but from the in regards to donations, in regards to the city of Evanston being behind what we're doing, the Evanston Community Foundation, Nina Cavan and with Dear Evanston, Malika Gardner with Evanston Live TV. We put a lot of folks have come and answered the call. We talk. The scary thing is adversity reveals character. And a lot of people that I thought would step up in this situation haven't. But the most beautiful thing is a lot of people that I never anticipated has. And it's, I made new friends. I mean, because, working in an environment like this it's high pressure because we don't want to be the ones to take this disease home to our kids or loved ones and things of that nature. I haven't seen my daughters in person in almost 4 weeks now. Wow. We video chat every day and things of that nature. But it's kind of tough. It takes a toll to be out here and to be deemed essential, because a lot of these people that we feed, if we don't feed them, they don't eat.
Yeah. So if people want to get involved, how can they help you out? Where can they donate?
Well, if they go to the the Facebook page, they can see, we have a sign up genius link there to volunteer to drive. They can always call the restaurant and donate over the phone. The number is 224-717-1835, or they can Zelle to Jennifer's. The email is jennifer@jennifersediblesinc.com.
And I'll put all those in the comments, so it'll be easy for people to do that.
Got it.
Christine, thanks for joining us. So you need help with drivers and donations to help you continue doing this work.
Correct.
Are you guys set with face masks? Are you set with face masks right now as well?
We still need masks. The great thing is that we've had people that I don't even know. They just drive up and say, "Here goes 10 masks." Okay. I mean, seriously, but we still are short on masks. The glove situation, you can buy gloves now. At first, like Restaurant Depot and Sam's Club, you could only buy one box, and we're looking at a fleet of volunteer drivers of about 30. So we run through masks and gloves, but it's mandatory that they wear them for their safety as much as the safety of the seniors.
Right. And you gave me some good news that you will be open for other people to order in June
1st. Yeah, we're going to start advertising for that May 15th. We'll be open in June 1st with a revised menu, and we will be open all day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We were only open for lunch and dinner previously, but we're going to open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You'll be able to order on Grubhub, Uber Eats, Caviar, DoorDash, but and you can always call and order here.
Yeah, it's always to stop in. Jennifer's Edibles is on Emerson, and I know my daughter is
Simpson.
Oh, sorry.
Simpson, 1623 Simpson.
I'm giving the wrong address. I just know how to get there. My daughter loves the breakfast sandwich. That was one of her favorites, and the mac and cheese. So she loved that it was close to school. And then, of course, the jerk chicken. And one of the things I want to make sure people know about is it's a little early now for any holidays, but during the holidays, you guys serve holiday meals as well. So in the past, I ordered a Thanksgiving dinner that was amazing and really, really affordable. I hope you guys are raising your prices because I think you were right.
Well, I mean, COVID is the new normal is going to be kind of weird now. So we got to figure out. That's part of the reason why we're reshaping the menu and things of that nature, because we have to find out what the new normal is for us as well. Coming out of this, we have to make sure that we can maintain a viable presence in the community, because we are pretty much the only Black-owned restaurant. Like this Hecky's and Claire's over on Emerson, but like the heart and soul of the Fifth Ward over here, right by the Foster School and Old School Foster Center, they call it Fleetwood. It'll always be Foster Center to me. It feels good to be here. I feel like it's the lifeblood of the Black community here in Evanston and the lifeblood of the Fifth Ward, right here where we are.
Yeah. And your family has history with Evanston and also giving back in Evanston.
Correct. My mother was on the school board in the 70s. She was on the front lines fighting against the closing of Foster School, as well as against the redlining taxes that kept Black folk kind of stuck in the Fifth Ward, wouldn't allow them to move to other parts of Evanston. She was a big opponent of that as well. I have a theater company, a non-for-profit that does social justice theater, a couple plays in Evanston, ID, that we worked with Mudlark on, and Afrofuturism and Why Black Lives Matter was my first production back in 2015. We work with kids of color, introduce them to theater, with original pieces that deal with that are thought provoking, that deal with social justice issues. You know, deals with identity, race, culture, almost every one of the isms that we find ourselves fighting on a regular basis. But the thing about this COVID crisis is that a lot of those isms have been put on the back burner with a lot of folk here in Evanston to come together for the common good of all, and to make sure that we don't lose one person unnecessarily. I think that's the big thing about us coming together right now, because there are so many unknowns. I know it would be hard on any person to know that we were the cause of someone else, someone else's demise. And it takes guts for people to stay at home. It really does, especially and deal with some of these kids that we have. I mean, trust me, I got 2 daughters. One of them talks as much junk as I do. So, I get it, but staying home is if it's mandated, then that's something we need to do. And those of us that are going out here and are taking these risks, the reason we're doing it is so that other folk don't have to, and that everybody has to know their role right now. And that's kind of finding out this new normal, what our role is through May 31st, and then after June 1st. What does it look like?
And you guys haven't really taken any time off either.
No, not really. We feed seniors 7 days a week. Like we've had a couple mandatory days, like when my body just told me I couldn't get up. Yeah. And I had to take a day off. With Jennifer, we had to take a couple mental health days because it can be stressful. I mean, we feed a population that is vulnerable, but they still have a lot of pride. So we and we're their conduit for a lot of them. I spend half my time on the phone with seniors, listening to them tell me about their grandkids and what they miss, and yeah, I've been inundated with a whole lot of information lately.
Well, thanks for cracking that history for us again.
Yeah. So, but no, it's all about just doing the best we can and bringing the community together as a whole, and that's something. I mean, we've had between the delivery drivers, prep cooks, it hasn't. Everybody's shown up and shown out. So and Chef Q, I gotta give a shout out to Chef Q, and Soul and Smoke, Feasting and Bead around the corner on Payne Street. They're taking care of folks that we're not taking care of. They're feeding about over 200 people a day themselves, Monday through Friday. So, everybody, and now Kurt's Cafe is on board. They're doing something similar. So it's being, I think that we kind of, Soul and Smoke and us got started early, but the model has been duplicated, and I think that for the good of Evanston, for the good of Evanston.
And I know you're at 200 seniors. So if there's seniors that need help, do you encourage them to reach out to Connections for the Homeless, or?
Right now, they should be able to call 311, Evanston 311. They're starting up through the Evanston Community Foundation in the city of Evanston. I think the young lady's name I spoke to at the city, I think it's Audrey. I can't remember her last name. She's taken over the role previously held by Kevin Brown, if I'm not mistaken. But she worked with the seniors for the last 10 years. So they are trying to put together a resource of help locations and things of that nature. And you should be able to call Evanston 311 to find out that information. You should be able to say, this is what we need, and they should be able to give you that information. As of right now, when it comes to meals, I would recommend calling Kurt's Cafe. That's what a couple people from the Evanston Community Foundation told me to send over our overage to right now. Okay. And that's what we've been doing. So, and then CNW Grocery if someone is in need of supplies, then they need to contact C&W Grocery on Church Street. I don't have that number in front of me, but if you could post that, that would be ideal. And
Yeah.
they can help people get needed grocery items and household supplies, cleaning supplies, and toiletries and things of that nature.
Yeah, and I know some people are struggling to get household supplies and toilet paper, and I haven't had issues with that at C&W. So shop local and use C&W for getting your own things as well.
Yep.
All right. Well, I know you have a lot of meals to get to. Thank you for taking some time with us.
Not a problem.
Thank you for what you guys are doing to serve our community. We really appreciate it.
No, thank you, Amy, for reaching out. We appreciate it. You have a good day.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.